Hi Facebook, happy Sunday. It is finally fall here. I hope you're enjoying it. The weather is not summer anymore, so we've got the long sleeves on and we're good to go, but it's great weather to be outside. But not today, for your Sunday Sanity Saver, I wanted to talk about something that can really help you, from today until the rest of the time, which is how to tackle the paper in your house or the stuff that comes into your house. So the last couple of weeks on Sundays, we had talked about the stuff that your kids bring home from school. Now I want to talk about the grown-up paper that enters the house. So it's going to be mail and anything you carry in the house with you, whether it's reading materials or stuff from work or whatever it is. But then you can also apply this to any digital mail documentation that you get as well. And so we're going to talk about 5 steps. And if you do this, it can, you'll sleep better at night. It will save your sanity, because when you know that you can find an important document in just a matter of minutes instead of wondering where it is, it makes such a difference to your life. So first, let's talk about, are you looking at a big pile of paper? Are you looking at a room full of paper that's already sitting in your house and you don't know what to do with all of it to get back on track? I'm going to say step 1 is don't worry about that right now. Make decisions about the system you're going to set up and start with that system today or tomorrow when the mail comes in, and just move forward from there. Once you get really comfortable with your system and it's working for you, then maybe you can grab a little bit of that pile that is the backlog. But in order to set up the system and make it work and make it not overwhelming to you, just start with what comes in today or what comes in tomorrow. So the first thing you're going to do is there's always going to be stuff that you can toss. And so when we're talking about mail or anything that you carry in, whether it's flyers from the grocery store or stuff from work that you picked up or the newspaper that you were reading or whatever, really look at it. Can I toss this? Can I get this information somewhere else if I need it? Am I currently going to work on this project like in the next month? So often I'm at a client's house and flyers will come in for getting your driveway resealed or a dry cleaner in your area or something like that. It might be coupons or whatever. Are you going to do this soon? Are you going to have your driveway paved in the next month? If not, you're going to get more in the mail. But you can always ask yourself, if I needed this information, can I get it somewhere else? So really consider that and toss away. There is so much stuff that comes into our house that we really don't need, and get that off your plate so you can simplify the system right away. Now, there is going to be stuff that you do need to hang on to, so you need to put that aside. It's the whole premise of touching a piece of paper once doesn't really work for me. You're going to be carrying it into the house and you have everything else that's going on in your house. Put it aside, but give it a home. Give it a basket, a box, a drawer, a shelf in a cabinet, something that is your, to-go-to to-file area, so that you can hang on to those pieces of paper. You've made the decision that you need to keep it for whatever reason, but put it in an area until you can process that paper. So definitely do that. And then you're going to, when you process that paper, you're going to need to keep some of it. So again, let's say you get an invitation to a party. Okay, you don't really need to keep the invitation, especially since after the party's over. So that can be something that sits in an area. Maybe if you use a paper planner, paper clip it to your planner until the party's over. Then you have the information when the day of, and then you can toss the invitation. But then you're also going to have paperwork that you need to keep for your taxes when next spring comes around, or maybe information from test results from a medical test or something from your dentist, or you have bills to pay, but you're not going to sit down and pay them this minute. So you need a home where that stuff resides. That's like the current paperwork that you need to deal with. And then once you deal with it, then you decide whether, am I going to keep this for the long term? Do I need to archive this piece of paper? Filing cabinet is always good, but there's certainly other ways to keep paper. We can make it as simple or as easy or as complicated as you want it to archive your paperwork, but it makes it so much easier to be able to find a piece of paper when you have that system. So the next thing I want to talk about is having a system. You really need to be systematic in the way you deal with it, so, which means you need wish we could delegate it. That would certainly save your sanity, but a lot of times you have to be the adult in the room and do the paperwork. So do you want to sit down and pay bills on a Wednesday night, or do you want to get up early Saturday morning and do that? I would suggest you at least process all of the paper, the pile, at least once a week, maybe more often, depending on how much you have. But I find that once a week, it doesn't become too overwhelming. There's not too much. And you sit down for maybe between 30 and 60 minutes, and you can process that paper. And again, maybe you get your bills electronically. Maybe once a week you go into those emails, you pay those bills, you go into your bank account, however you do it, and you do that processing. It doesn't need to be done every single day right when you get that information. Some people do it that way, but maybe you want to just make an appointment with yourself. People find that really hard sometimes. What I try to suggest is consider the same thing I suggest for doing laundry. Both of these things can be done while kind of, I hate to use the word multitask, but while you're doing something else. So do it while you're sitting having coffee on Sunday morning. Do it while you're watching your favorite TV show on Thursday night. Something like that. If you can put something that maybe is not your favorite task to do with something that you do enjoy, it seems to be a little bit better. Makes you a little bit happier. So, and then the final thing, as I said before, is once you get this system going, once you're sitting down and processing that paper and it's going pretty well, then start to pull paper from your backlog, and that pile that's sitting over there, you'll probably find that the further down in the pile, the less likely you are to need it. So you're going to be doing a lot of tossing. Once you get to that point, you will know that you will have this feeling like, do I really need to keep this piece of paper? And you're going to find that you're going to toss a lot more. So I hope that helps you out with managing your paperwork load in your home, and it does a little bit to save your sanity. Thank you. This is Janet from Basic Organization, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.